Coach, you're back at your alma mater. You leave Memphis, you come back to Cincinnati, and it's super simple. You just jump right into the Big 12, right? So congratulations on the new job. How are you feeling about not only the new gig at Cincinnati, being back at your alma mater, but making the step up into the Big 12?
Well, thank you. It has been surreal. Every time I walk into the building, it's hard to believe that I work there. I still somewhat feel like I'm visiting, but it is a tremendous opportunity. I'm really grateful. I'm super grateful for all the coaches and players that have kept the program sustainable up until now, and for there to be an opportunity for me in this current team. I think that going into the Big 12 for us, we know that it's going to be a challenge, but it's also going to be really exciting, and we are working really hard to compete.
You must really like your sister because you brought her on the staff, Katrina. What's that been like?
Yeah, that's another unique opportunity, and I'm really proud of her. We are 14 years apart, and I knew that she wanted to coach, but we are also teachers. So our entire family, we have some sort of education degree or background. So she did some classroom things first before she decided that she wanted to get into college coaching. And she got that opportunity at University of New Mexico under Mike Bradbury, who also is who got me back in the business in 2010 and coached me at Cincinnati as an assistant. So a lot of ties, a lot of connectivity there. And because I knew how she was being raised in the profession, because she was working with him as I had also, it was a no-brainer that when we had an opening and I needed a post coach and we were continuing to develop culture, that she was the best person for the job. And that is unique and made me very excited that she had prepared to take advantage of that opportunity.
Well, now the sisters approach a scenario where you're trying to get Cincinnati back to a golden age. And you played in a golden age of sorts for the Bearcats. It's been a while since they've been back to the NCAA tournament. So where does that process start as you try and rebuild a program and get back to where you were when you played there?
Yeah, I think that when I look back to that time, what we had was a tremendous staff that put us first, that invested in us, that challenged us and pushed us. And there was this really great balance of loving on us and making sure that we were the best people that we could be at the same time. And that meant sometimes saying the hard thing, doing the hard thing. So for me, it's always your staff. You know, you do have to have great players. You have to get scheduling right. You have to recruit. But I believe that most people would agree you can have tremendous talent. You can have your schedule right. And if your staff is not cohesive and everyone is not on the same page, then it's very difficult to be successful. So having Ashley Barlow, who I've known since she was 8 years old, came through my dad's youth mentoring program, Abby Jump, who I coached as an assistant at Wright State. Like, these are coaches and people that I've known for just as long, to some degree, in terms of years, as I have my sister. And then it extends on to our support staff, full of people that I've known for or worked with for a while. So to me, that is the core and what matters the most.
Why was Destiny Thomas a natural fit to bring along from Memphis with you to Cincinnati?
Yeah, I think anybody who knows anything about me, I have to have post players, and I want 3 of them. and they can just battle it out for who's going to play 20 and who's going to play 10, who gets the other 10, or however it falls. Because of the way we play, it's just really important that we rebound well, and part of that is size. And there's obviously some skill that comes along with it and all that good stuff. But what Destiny was able to do after playing very limited roles prior to coming to us, right, in regards to high school, she had great stats, but she was just rebounding and putting the ball back. And in my mind, I'm like, that's my type of post player. I don't need them to have a bunch of post moves. I don't need them to be complicated. I don't want them to shoot threes all the time. So she was perfect because she's aggressive and physical and rebounds the ball.
You bring back Jillian Hayes, who's a key returner and a senior. How do you, as a first-year head coach, get your culture to set in when you are dealing with so many moving parts and you're bringing transfers with you? So
and the new league. And,
what's the key to doing that?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. And I think that it's going to be a journey and a process. And I also think that we won't know if we made the right decisions until this time in March, right? But I do think that we're going to go at it intentionally. And again, we're going to keep the main thing the main thing. My sister said that in one of our meetings, and how one of her and her friends or her friend groups, they talk about that all the time. Like, don't get distracted by talking about competing for championships or wins. The main thing is these kids. Our job and our responsibility is to grow and develop them in every way possible. And I think that if we continue to do that, that's what we've always done.
Yeah.
And then the wins and all those things have just come later. And sometimes they came quicker than we anticipated, right? But I think the moving parts for me is just being able to manage people, for people to know that you care about them and you invest in them. And I think that when they know that, people are more likely to be coachable. That's your staff. That's also your players. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to keep the main thing the main thing.
It's great to get your insights. And frankly, if something goes south in year one, just blame it on your sister. It's all good.
Katrina, I told you, it's her fault.
Listen, she's the baby and my baby and everybody's baby. Blaming her will get me ousted quicker than anything. But I will tell you the most amazing part about the group of people that I work with every day is that we're all family. Because as people can imagine, that could have been a very risky move if Brina didn't have the personality and character she does, and I didn't have the staff that I do. So we do a lot of laughing and joking and playing, but the blame is always on me. It's just easier if I take it.
Head ball coach.
Yeah.
Coach, thanks for spending some time with us.
No, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.